Mobile mapping is a hot topic of conversation, but there are a lot of nuances and complexities that can leave clients feeling confused. With me today to talk about some of those issues is Michael Frecks, president of Terrametrix. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Alexis.
Using the Street Mapper terrestrial mobile LiDAR system, Terrametrix consistently achieves RMS error accuracies of less than 1 centimeter. How significant is that on the types of projects where mobile mapping is being used?
Well, it's very significant. It means we can obtain survey-grade accuracies at traffic speeds without putting people in the red zone. Or in other words, we keep people off the traveling surface and off the railroad tracks.
Are clients aware that such high accuracies can be achieved with mobile mapping? Like, are there any misconceptions?
Our business model is that we use our clients' surveying expertise to collect survey data to control the scans that we do. So they're very much aware of what our RMS errors are on each project. As far as misconceptions, yes, there are some misconceptions out there, and it has to do with the need to educate the general surveying and engineering public a little bit more on it. Great strides have been made in the last 2 years since there's been a lot of talk about RMS errors, a lot of talk about what kind of accuracies are we getting out there, what are we achieving. For example, we did tests with Caltrans, and we've done tests on an airport runway. And the airport runway one has just been recent, and it's very interesting in what we found on that one. To the survey control points, there were 44 of the control points, and our RMS error was 0.017 of a foot, which is just under 200ths. Now that's a flat plane surface that we did not adjust at all. We just physically moved our datum down to their datum. And then after that was done, and the survey control the scan data was put on the survey control, we then checked to a 25-foot grid that the surveyor had shot on the runway. And our points, there were 4,371 points, and our RMS error to that was 0.026 of a foot, or just a little under 300ths. The movie you're seeing now are the differences between the scan data and the survey data. And they are color-coded in 200ths of a foot segments between the two datums. And as you move along the runway, you'll see how really accurate the stuff matched up, the survey data to the scan data. And there's areas where we could see some differences in the survey datum. So it was an interesting test, and we're not completely done reviewing the data, but we're pretty close to it. So I think there's a misconception out there that survey data is perfect, and it's not perfect. They have air budgets as well as the terrestrial mobile LiDAR does. So all these air budgets add up to a value, and they have theirs just like we do. So it's interesting when you look at the difference between them, how we can tell where there's some busts in their control.
So how important is survey control in achieving that high accuracy with mobile mapping, and what are other factors that play a role in achieving the desired results?
Well, survey control is very important. It's one of the most important aspects of a mobile mapping project. If the survey data is no good, our mobile mapping data is no good. So it's very important that correct processes are used to collect the survey data. And as far as other factors that play a role in achieving the desired results, GPS coverage is very important. Even though we can go for 3 or 4 minutes with no GPS at all, and will not have any adverse effect on our accuracies, the better projects are the ones that have no GPS interference.
Where do you currently see the biggest opportunities for mobile mapping?
Well, I think that the biggest opportunities are anywhere that we want to get people out of the red zone, get them off the paving surface, out of the railroad red zone, off the following the tracks, anywhere that we need remote sensing done. So it's a very large opportunity out there for us. For everybody in the mobile mapping community and laser mapping in general. The other thing I'd like to say is, a well-designed mobile mapping system can be installed on various platforms in a very short period of time.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you, Alexis.
You can find more information about mobile mapping at geodatapoint.com.